Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. To Michelle on the screen. And he's got room. They give him a gain of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Wait, 20. 59. 50. Hey, Zoo. Check 59. Hey.
Now a play fake. Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Brady's throw there complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Wait, 20. Coming to you. 72.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Tackles. 49. Check 49.
They'll try and run it. This is Bolden. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
1st down, Kansas City.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Devin McCourty on the tackle. 8 yards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
At the Patriots' 36-yard line.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 36 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, tighten down. Bravo. Hey, Mike 50. Watch the pass. Alert. Hey, check it.
Play action, now it's Brady. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check it, reload. Mike 50. Check it, reload.
Now Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Edelman was the intended target. But you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
43. 951.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the...
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now here comes Kansas City. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on first and 10 at their own 22. They start the second half here with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a second and 10.
We want it. Come to my world. Easy. Check 25.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go Bandit. Here we go. 50.
Brady. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here's Brady to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes, forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Not that time for Watkins, but now it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Brady now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Yellow. Attack.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. From the 38, Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dietrich Wise Jr. drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Michelle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On play action, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Brady. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, he can't get away. Brady will go down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Brady going to throw. Slant route caught by Edelman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. I'll get him.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The tight end Lacoste here out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So this one in the win column.